I'm Hulen Warren. I'm currently serving the Vivian Ida congregations. I came into ministry through a lot of support from my pastors at home when I was growing up, and then during my college years, Bill Stokes was the director of the Wesley Foundation at Louisiana Tech. And he is the one who probably encouraged me to consider it more than ever. After I decided to go to seminary, I was fortunate enough to go to Emory University to Candler. Returning to Louisiana, my first appointment was in Lake Charles as an associate pastor with Henry Blunt. Throughout the time, I have looked back and thought about how important the nurturing community is for pastors, regardless of their age or where they went to seminary or if they even went to seminary. Because the key thing, it's not about us as pastors, it's about serving Jesus Christ to the best of our ability where we are appointed to. While there are many humorous stories in ministry that we all could tell that we refrain from telling because we want to protect the guilty, there's one that comes to mind dealing with our daughter, Megan. Megan was not living at home, and we were talking, and she said, I asked her, who are you dating? You know, any father would do that. And she said, well, you don't know him. And I said, well, you might be surprised of who I know and who I don't know. And she said, oh, I doubt it. And so she gave me his name. And we had recently moved to a new congregation, and the name sounded familiar. And I said, well, that name sounds awfully familiar. Let me see. And sure enough, his name was in the membership of the new congregation I was serving. You see, Megan did not want to date anyone in her daddy's church, as she put it, because she didn't want the church people getting involved in her business. So I told her, and she said, you're kidding me. And I said, no. And I said, you might want to check to see if he's aware of that. And I said, what are you doing Sunday? She said, well, I'm coming to church. Well, truth be told, he came to church Sunday with his mom as well. So it's been an interesting point because that young man is now my son-in-law. So we have laughed about that quite a bit. As I approach this time of transition, I'm really thankful for my spouse, Debbie, and for our daughter, Megan. A clergy family is often overlooked because they have to put up with the unscheduled meetings or delayed vacations or just so many things. And they do it with such grace and poise. They do it with love and understanding. And so I'm very grateful to them. But I'm also grateful to my colleagues that have been good friends throughout the years. And I'm thoughtful of those that are no longer with us, that were dear to me and what we did in ministry over the years.